Greetings and salutations. Thank you for lending an ear to the voice of the times this Sunday, September 5, 2021. For today's editorial, Paralympians deserve greater public support. Regretfully, the Tokyo Paralympics attracted a smaller audience than the Summer Olympic Games that was also hosted by Japan, but the message that it conveyed to the world was no less meaningful and powerful. Paralympians are remarkable athletes who inspire us all, competing at a global stage despite their disability. The competition clearly demonstrated that people with disability or PWD can be fast, strong, and ultra-competitive in sports. Actually, Paralympians put to shame the many other able-bodied individuals struggling to cope with some pressure or challenge in life. In the Philippines, for instance, around 12% of the population aged 15 years and older have a disability, according to the Philippine Statistics Authority. Of that figure, 47% have a severe disability. Meanwhile, the labor participation rate in the Philippines is only 65%. That means 35% of Filipinos who are able to work are unproductive for some reason or another. If a PWD can train hard and compete in international games, what can qualify as an acceptable excuse not to be productive or not to lead meaningful lives? Sadly though, PWDs striving to lead normal lives still grapple with social inequities and discrimination. The Philippines does have policies that help provide a level playing field for everyone. Chief among them is the Magna Carta for disabled persons. That is a good start, but compliance with the law's provisions, such as making buildings wheelchair accessible, seems like a work in progress. Of course, the Philippines should not be singled out. In Tokyo, the International Paralympic Committee, or IPC, also launched We the 15, a campaign promoting equality among all people, especially PWDs. The number 15 refers to the percentage of people worldwide with a disability. At a time when diversity and inclusion are hot topics, the 15% who have a disability want effective change to remove the inequality and inactivity, according to the movement's website. Like race, gender, and sexual orientation, we want to have a movement all persons with disabilities can rally behind, a global movement that is publicly campaigning for disability visibility, inclusion, and accessibility. Platform for change. In Tokyo, IPC President Andrew Parsons cited the power of sports to change the world. He said during the opening ceremony, "Over the next 10 years, We the 15 will challenge how the world's 15% with disabilities are perceived and treated at a global level. With the support of 20 international organizations, civil society, the business sector, and the media, we will put the world's 1.2 billion persons with disabilities firmly at the heart of the inclusion agenda. That makes the success of the Games in Tokyo even more significant. The pandemic had delayed both the Tokyo Olympics and the Paralympics for a year, even as new COVID-19 variants continued to threaten Japan, along with the rest of the world, throughout the events." In the end, more than 4,400 athletes representing 161 countries and a refugee team competed in the Tokyo Paralympics. The 20-person Philippine contingent included 6 athletes: Elaine Ganapin, Janet Acevera, Gerald Mangliwan, Ernie Gawilan, Gary Bahino, and Ashel Guion. Even though none of them won a medal, we should congratulate them. Since the Philippines joined the Paralympics in 1988, the country has won only 2 bronze medals, one in powerlifting, another in table tennis. Like the Olympic medalists, Paralympian champions receive cash incentives. Under Republic Act 10699, gold medalists are to receive 5 million pesos, silver medalists 2.5 million pesos, and bronze medalists 1 million pesos. These are of course less than what the Olympic medalists are given under the law, and so policymakers might want to do something about that. For the Tokyo Paralympics, the MVP Sports Foundation matched the government pledges to our medalists. Perhaps others in the private sector will also contribute to the future. The Paralympic Games are for sure a platform for change, Mr. Parsons also said. But only every 4 years is not enough. It is up to each and every one of us to play our part, every day, to make for a more inclusive society in our countries, in our cities, in our communities. Never give up. Do not leave anyone behind. Indeed, these are worthy challenges for everyone. And that's the editorial for Sunday, September 5, 2021. For more news and information, get a copy of the Manila Times on print, subscribe to our digital edition, or log on to www.manilatimes.net. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and listen to The Voice of the Times.